video will demonstrate the PHIMS portion of the Public Health Contact Center COVID-19 training. Call center agents will use PHIMS to record the details of the daily contact monitoring calls to those contacts in isolation due to COVID-19. For more details, refer to the daily active monitoring script. Once you have logged into PHIMS, click the Continue button. Here, you'll see what we call the landing page in PHIMS. From here, we're going to follow the process where you use the provided client ID from the list of contacts you're provided to connect with, search for them, find their investigation for COVID-19, and then enter a follow-up to record the details of your call with them. So to start this workflow, click the Investigation tab at the top left of the screen. Here, we still want to navigate on to the Search Client screen. So if you look to the top left of the left-hand navigation menu under the Search title, click the Search Clients link. Here, you'll enter your client ID. Then, from the client number type drop list, choose Client ID. Now at the top right, click the Search button. Here, you should just see your single client listed. Click the checkbox to the left of your client. This will select it. Then, from the row of buttons directly above, choose the one at the far right, Subject Summary. Here, you will be able to find the contact's COVID-19 investigation. Here you can see that we have a single COVID-19 investigation that is open. If you see more than one COVID-19 investigation that is open, you'll need to refer to the call center nurse. Since we only have the one, we will continue the flow. Locate the investigation ID label, and directly beneath it, you'll see the investigation ID, and it will be a blue hyperlink. You'll want to click that blue hyperlinked investigation ID. The system navigates you to a screen titled Investigation Summary, and you'll notice two gray bars at the top of the screen. The first is client information, the second is investigation information. This just ensures that the follow-up information you're going to record is all tied to the correct record. Next, we're going to want to navigate to the Intervention Summary screen, which is where we'll initiate recording of the follow-up. To do this, we'll go back to the left-hand navigation menu. First, look for the investigation title bar. If it is not expanded, merely click it and all the investigations labels will appear below. Then find the one labeled Treatment and Interventions. It's about 3/4 of the way down. If it is not expanded, again, click and you'll see 3 values drop below. Choose the Intervention Summary hyperlink. All contacts will have an isolation intervention. You'll see it listed at the bottom of the screen here. This particular contact should be in home isolation from April 1st to April 15th. You'll want to add the follow-up for today, which is April 6th. So select the radio button to the left of the intervention and click the Add Follow-up button. Here you're taken to the follow-up details screen. This is where you'll record all the information about the phone call to the contact. The first section of the screen is a little bit of information about the isolation intervention and has the start and end dates. The next section shows you any follow-ups that have already been completed for this contact. Since they've already been in isolation for a few days, some of the follow-ups have already been completed. Just to note, you'll notice that the follow-up disposition column is colored blue and has a black arrow. That means this is how this table is being sorted currently. If you'd like to sort it on date, go to the follow-up date column header and just click once, and it will adjust the table so that it sorts chronologically for you. In the next section is where you are going to enter your follow-up information. So once you have attempted to call or have called the contact, you can record that information here. And what information you record will depend on the scenario. So in the most straightforward scenario where you were reached the contact and they let you know they are still isolating and have no symptoms, this is what you would record. You would choose the follow-up type of telephone. The follow-up date will always default to the current date. And then under follow-up disposition, since you were able to reach them, you'll choose completed and has symptoms no. From here, you would just click save at the bottom of the screen. But I just want to talk about the other available dispositions and when to select them. If you are not able to reach the client and they do not pick up the phone, then you would choose the unsuccessful follow-up disposition. And since you weren't able to ask them if they had any symptoms, you could just leave it blank. If you were able to reach the client or the contact, but they were symptomatic, then that would be a case where you would want to refer to the call center nurse. So notice that not all the entire disposition can be seen here, but if you just hover over it with your mouse, the text will appear. So in the event that the contact is symptomatic, then you could choose completed, referred to nurse, and then you would choose has symptoms, value of yes, and then you would save, and then you would consult with the call center nurse and refer the contact to them. If there was another reason that you needed to refer the contact to the call center nurse that was not the fact that they were symptomatic, then you can choose the appropriate value in the has symptoms drop list, but you would still choose completed, referred to nurse. And once you'd selected your dispositions, then you click the save button, and then that completes the documentation that you need to do. That's the end of the PHIMS workflow for the call center agent.